Showtime. This is Gamma from Gamma Effects. Let's kick it off.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
Okay, let's stop it right there. This is Dubai. This man talking about, in my opinion, she did nothing wrong. Your opinion don't matter. These people got laws that have been on their books for thousands of years. This is a Middle East. I don't know what these people thinking. You better research that country and their laws before you go there, because your Western's opinions don't matter. No one can come and save you. If you mess up, you mess up. You better study before you go with his opinion. No one cares.
See,
surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
Shout out to Yesh Yonas, brother, right here on the screen. So screaming in public at a man, disrespecting a man in a true patriarchy, not what they claim is going on in the United States or in the Western world. This is not a patriarchy. It's actually the opposite. But a true patriarchy, no, you got real consequences for your actions and your emotional outbursts. It's wild. I can't believe these Houston women really think they're going to go to the UAE and act the same way they do in Houston. It's crazy, but it don't surprise me because they're so coddled in the United States. Let's move along.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice.
Which broke the law, right? Ignorance of the law doesn't excuse it. She raised her voice at a man in a true patriarchy, which women just don't do that there. It's so interesting. In America, all I hear is patriarchy and oppression and all this mess. And then you actually go and see a real patriarchy, a real one, where it's not that the man is going to harm you personally. It's like the laws are set up behind the patriarchy. I always ask Western women, like, what's the difference between those men in Afghanistan or the Middle East versus men in America? The only difference is the decision of men to control themselves. Nothing a woman is doing in the Western world is enforcing anything. Men's behavior and attitude is curtailed by the law that men have put in place. And it comes down to a shout out to the great late Patrice O'Neill. You're just dealing with man's restraint. Plain and simple. They can lock you up whenever they want. They can harm you whenever they want. But in the Middle East, they actually do it. And in the West, they have restraint. That's the only difference. It has nothing to do with one woman's power over another woman's power. Women are women anywhere in the world.
In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different.
Okay, UAE laws and customs are very different to those in the UK or probably the US, pretty similar laws. Be aware of your actions to ensure that they don't offend, especially during the holy month of Ramadan or if you intend to visit religious areas, there may be serious penalties for doing something that might not be illegal in your home country. Very interesting. They try to warn you. They try to let you know you gotta study these places before you go. No place on earth is like the West. They all have different laws, especially towards women.
So be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation.
So the best case scenario is that she's just going to be banned, and the best case scenario is that she's doesn't have to have a lot of jail time, and then she gets kicked out, she gets deported and banned from ever coming back. That's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario is she gets multiple years in prison for disrespecting men in that country. It's just not tolerated.
That's
Once again, shout out to Yesh Yonas.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man.
This man said, in our opinion, she did not commit a crime. How much does that matter? Women, be careful of men like this. This is a simp from the U.S. who has that simp trip downloaded, and he's off that queen, mother, goddess. If that's all true, like, I don't know what's going on in lots of parts of the world. Women aren't looked at queens. They're not goddesses. Nothing like that. And this brother's giving very bad advice. I mean, you can have his opinion if you stay in the U.S. Just don't travel. Stay in the USA, where the laws are behind you and you can manipulate it and do all the stuff that they're able to get away with in the West. But if you go overseas and expect to get treated the same, you are sorely mistaken.
And can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
This man said it's not right. It's right there. They're a lot older country. Like I said, thousands of years of history. They have their laws the way they have. It's always been that way. No difference between the women over there and the women over here. It's just the men say no over there. And here, the men just allow for anything. This is Gamma Effect. Like and subscribe if you found value in this video. Brothers, I want to know, would you feel sorry for her? Do you feel sorry for her? Because me personally, with all the out-of-pocket experiences I've had and I've seen here in the United States, and these women have no idea of what men can do, and they literally forgot what men are capable of, to see someone go somewhere else and just get that reality check, and hopefully other women will know what's really could happen and what's really going on in the world, is a little bit refreshing. I don't want the sister to be in prison. I'm not going to say that, but to have a reality check is that I would like for them to let her out and ban her and kick her out and never let her come back. And then, her give her story and talk about what happened over there and actually have some humble pie. That would be great for me. Okay, once again, like and subscribe. This is Gamma Effect. Let me stop sharing. Coming at you with another video. It's been real. Good to talk to y'all. Till the next time, peace.